Good afternoon and welcome to Herkimer Central School District's Instructional Technology Support. Today we're doing a virtual training on Thinklink. Thinklink allows us to create full collages and photos, either of static poster size photos or interactive 360-degree photos, and turn them into clickable, actionable, and interactive photos with readings and videos, quizzes, polls, forms, calendars, all sorts of stuff. Let's get into it because there's so much to show with this, and this is a pretty cool website. So we're going to go ahead and go right to our Thinklink website. Thinklink. You can use your Google login with this, so it's going to be as simple as that. Just a heads up though, when you do go to Thinklink and create something, if you want your students to create something, you are going to need a code for your students to join, and I will show you that in a second. So I'm going to come over here and I'm actually going to log out of my site here. And this is what you're going to look like the first time you come in. And if you go to log in, you'll be taken to the site where you can create an account. Obviously, we don't want to use this. We want to come down here, click on this little G for our Gmail account. It's just going to ask us to log in with our Herkimer CSD account. And I'm going to allow this to have access to my Google Classrooms, which is great because we want the interactivity with our Google Classrooms if we are going to assign something. Another way you can use this is if you were to create a Hyperdoc almost out of your photos. Now, the first time you log in, you might actually get assigned. It's going to ask you if you're a teacher or a student. You're just obviously going to click on a teacher. You'll create it. There are invite codes that you can create, that you can get. You can see that you have obviously some things that are going to be limited based on your accounts. We've got profiles here. So this just tells you a bunch of different stuff that I use my Google accounts to log in and whatnot. Let's get to the fun stuff. All right, so my content, I have already created this project. So I'm going to walk you through my project and then show you how to do some of this stuff. So if I click on my project here, and my project is based on Dalmatians, if you can't tell from that center image. I used these dots to help kind of curate and send my students around in the right order. If you were to do something like this, you can decide to make it interactive in which way they can check anything else in any order they want. Depends on what you're looking for. So here I just wanted them to be able to follow a pattern. So if I click on this one here, it tells me about Dalmatians originating as hunting dogs and so on and so forth. You can see in the background I actually have a picture of both Zelda and Zora there. This is actually a video that plays through that shows you. Oop, there we go. Let me show you this. That video will play if we go to the share mode here. And let's take this and copy that. And paste that right in there. My first one of these doing in a while. I'm a little bit rusty on how to do this. All right, so here's this project. This would be shared. Anybody, as you can put this in, you can have links to external sites, and you can have this read to you. You can do audio recording, so on and so forth. Over here, connected right to my simple explanation is the map of Croatia, because this is where Dalmatians were from, Dalmatia of Croatia. That's where they were named. If I wanted to, I could actually take a map of Dalmatia and then add that as well. Up here, we got a fire truck. What does a fire have to troop? So I have Dalmatian in the fire service. I click on this button. It takes me to a little history of Dalmatians in the fire service. I'll actually show you a little bit later that there's another way to do that. Sometimes you might want just a little wordage or verbiage over top your button. So this is Dalmatians have a history of forming strong bonds with horses. Over here, I've got a click. If I click on this link, it takes me directly to a website. So this link was actually, instead of having the website button down here, I had it go directly to a website. Number 5, I've got a picture of the Coachman logo and why they're known as Coach Dogs, or why they were known as Coach Dogs, and how the Coachman logo became associated with Dalmatians. So that's, just a still image and some text you can put on there. And actually, if you click on the picture, it'll actually enlarge so you can see it. Down here, 6, this is actually a video on what Thinklink does. So this is creating a tour. This takes you somewhere to another project that links together, and it creates a tour. And so this is all the different things that Thinklink can do as far as adding photos and videos and interesting stuff like that. And there's actually a nice little help button here. Really worth the watch if you want to go through and see some of all the things that Thinklink can do, or get some ideas. So there's that as well. And then number 7, I linked on here because this is actually a link to a little quiz that you can take, and then you can see the results afterwards. You actually can create this Thinklink, so if somebody is partaking or using your Thinklink, they will not be allowed to go to the next section until you allow them to. So how do we make something like this? How do we have students make something like this? Very simple. Let's back out here. First up, you're going to have to upload some content. And this is important. You're going to want to make sure that you upload a JPEG, all right, a .jep. So this base image that I have in here was created in Adobe Spark, now known as Adobe Creative Cloud. And I created this using all content-free, copyright-free photos. And that's really great because we're going to publish this. So we want to make sure that all our photos are copyright-free. And when I download it to my computer, I made sure to download it as a JPEG, JPEG. So then I was able to upload that to my library. You can see there's also a 360-degree library. So if I want to use some of their already curated pictures, I can do that. Or if you want to sign out our 360-degree camera from the office, you can do that as well and capture some of your own 3D images. How cool is that? Organization, if we had a professional, that would just be like everyone in a Herkimer that would do that, and anything I may have thrown out, but I haven't thrown anything out. So there's not going to be anything in there. Let's take a look at the 360 library collection. So I don't know, let's say I am doing something on the Northern Lights. That's kind of cool. So if I click on this, all these Northern Light images pop up. All right, maybe I'm doing something on Christmas. I want to do maybe the Aurora Borealis picture that's in Finland. This is really cool, right? So now we've got this link. So now let's start adding some stuff to this. All right, we want to start adding stuff to this. I'm going to clone this. Now it's going to be in my files. So let's go back, go over to my content, and you can see that, boom, now I have a clone of the Northern Lights. Now I can start working with this. So we're going to scroll over here, and let's say I want to add in, some stuff here. I'm going to click this button up here. It's edit. This is going to allow me to start adding tags. So if I come over and say, all right, let's add in a tag, and I want to add in a tag of text and media. Now I've got stuff over here. I can change the icon to make it look like something that I want. You can see there's a bunch of numbers here, social media tags, all sorts of stuff. I don't know. Let's see, medical, holidays and celebrations, office, sport, transport. Oh, let's stick with something generic here. Let's just pick a dot. How's that? Let's pick a nice small dot. And, oh, this is a nice color. Let's pick that. All right, so that's our icon. Our layout, how the picture, words, and everything are going to interact. I prefer, the first one I used something like that. Maybe I want to use something like that. I can add a title, Northern Lights. I can add a description of what the Northern Lights are. Here I can put in a URL. I can also upload other images to be used as a background. I don't know. Let's see if I got any images here. Probably nothing that's going to make sense, especially with this. Hey, look, me. I got a picture of me. Let's see what that happens. Boom, look at that. There we go. There's me and Zelda. But there you get the idea of how that works out. And if I change the layout, I can change it so it looks like that, so on and so forth. I can also upload some audio if I want to be able to read aloud, and so people can hear what I'm saying. That's also nice. If I don't want to use this tag anymore, I can use delete, but otherwise I can hit done. And now I've got a nice little tag that I can slide somewhere on my picture, and it's ready to go. Perhaps I want to point out the Northern Star. All right, we're in Finland. We should be able to find the Northern Star here. Let's see here. We want to find the Big Dipper. And then we're going to follow that up. Ooh. Okay, I got disoriented. Follow the Big Dipper. There's the Big Dipper. Follow the star up. All right, so let's say we want to add in a tag here for the North Star. All right, let's say I just want to make a nice little button here, go for the Northern Star. Let's go that, and we can just simply say Northern Star. And now when we find the Northern Star, we can put that label wherever we want. I can also, if I want to, click on this little plus at the bottom here, and it'll create for me a little tag, and I can actually go and put it on the star that is the Northern Star. Or maybe I want to put it just next to it so people can see that that's the Northern Star. Let's slide over here and let's see, maybe I've got this barn here, and maybe I got a piece of equipment. It looks like a snowblower or something. And I want to send people to a snowblower. And I want to find information on what snowblowers are, or, yeah, there we go. Top 6 snowblowers. Let's copy the link address. And let's go back over here and let's put that right in there. And now when I hit this tag, it's going to take me to, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Hold on, let me show you that, what I made a mistake here. Oh, maybe that's because I can't, hold on. Maybe this is blocked. No, it should be able to go. Let's see, copy. The embed code or UL depends on what you're trying to put in there. I am trying to put in this doesn't want to connect to, so let's try a different website. Depends on what you're trying to put in. If you're going to put in a video or a map, which I'll show you in a second, you're going to want an embed code. Otherwise, just the website will be fine. So like if I'm trying to go to this website here, some websites do not like redirects, so that could have been an issue for that website I was trying to use. Good Housekeeping doesn't like robots. All right, let's see if that works. Nope, that doesn't like a redirect either, huh? Regardless, that's how you're going to do a website. You put it in the website. Let me show you what an embed means. Let's say I want to add a tag, and I want to add in a map of this place. So we're going to go to Google Maps, and we're going to add in Finland. And what happens if we click on Helsinki, Google My Maps? All right, so this is a really kind of neat map here. What we can do is we can share this out. We can get the share code for this. We're going to open up this map. And this, we got these embed on my site. So we're going to grab that code, hit OK. And then if we come back here, paste that in. Oh, that didn't copy. We're going to share, embed on my site, copy that. We're going to paste it in there. We've got the embed code, and it should, voila, now we've got the map of Helsinki that's interactive on our site. Just put that there. Maybe I want to change that icon to so people know it's a map. There we go. Done. Now we've got a map of Helsinki. Maybe I want a video of the Northern Lights. Video Northern Lights. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be, make sure you're going to want to embed code. So if we click on this, get our video here, we're going to want to make sure that we grab a embed code. That's an important part because the website will not work. We're going to need the embed code. So what we're going to need is, when this loads up, we're going to want to share. And when we grab the share, we're going to want to grab the embed code. And let's do that. And let's let this finish. There we go. All right. We're going to want to share. See this little thing here, embed. We're going to want to copy that. We could also tell it where to start the video. If you want to skip over certain parts of the video, that's always a fun option. And if I paste this in here, we should get the YouTube embed code. And voila, there we go. We got the video of the Northern Lights tagged in there. Maybe I want to change that icon as well so people know it's a video. I can do that by coming down here to change icons. There should be the social medias here, and boom, that is the YouTube. And let's add this tag so it goes right with that Northern Lights tag. All right. We can also add in a create poll where we can just ask a simple question. What are the Northern Lights? Down here, we can enter in our poll options. No. And if I enter, it'll put in a new question. Ions. Magnetic interference. Whoops. Did I do there? And each enter we'll put in. And then when people click on it, they'll be able to see their answers. We'll hit done there. Well, you can also see, you can create a tour. And what's really nice about the tour is that I can set the destination and then right here, a conditional transition. If I turn on conditional transition, it forces people to answer a question before you can move on. And you will put the correct answer in, the choices here, and the wrong answer in, and then they'll have to get the right answer before they can go on. So it's essentially, you can create a 360 or a picture version of a ed video, an ed puzzle right here in Thinklink. And that's great. It's awesome stuff to do. You know, I'm always looking for kids to create things rather than just sit and consume content, creating content. But this is a great starter activity to get them into it, get them interested in it, and then have them create their own if you're worried about having kids create their own stuff right at the beginning. But as you can see, my project here on Dalmatians, really easy to do. It's an easy way to share whatever I'm talking about, make a quick diorama or menu box, whatever you're trying to create for that. When it all comes down to it, you can download your projects, you can share them. When you share them, you can either embed it into a website, you can share the link. There's also a QR code. There is the short URL for VR. We can use our VR kit here that we have at the school. Once again, sign it out from our office. You can use that. It's a great option. And you can also publish to social media. One last thing, before you're allowed to do that, you do have to change your privacy settings. And much like a Google document, you can have only people at Herkimer can see it, everyone can see it, only people with a link can see it, or it's completely private. And just make sure you hit save once you're happy with that. And that is everything you should need to know about Thinklink to get you started. Good luck. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.